Welcome to the Dodgers Blue News channel. Before the news, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Now, let's get to the Dodgers news.
Hey, Dodgers fans! Today, I'm here to bring you the latest moves that could reshape the future of our franchise. The Dodgers have won the World Series for the second time in 2 seasons. And do you really think we're stopping here? No way. This organization doesn't know the meaning of the word complacency. We've already brought in Blake Snell, Tanner Scott, and the Japanese phenomenon Roki Sasaki, and this offseason might still hold more surprises for our Blue Nation. Now, let's talk about the outfield. Michael Conforto simply didn't deliver what we expected when he signed. Teoscar Hernandez might not be a defensive prodigy, but his bat guarantees him a spot in the starting lineup. Andy Pages showed promise during the regular season, but in the playoffs, well, things didn't quite go as planned. Even so, he remains projected to start next season as a regular. It's in that third outfield spot that things get really interesting. Tommy Edman has been dealing with injuries that have kept him mostly in the infield, though he could move to the outfield to open up more opportunities for Hae-Sung Kim to shine. But if the Dodgers decide to hit the market for a major upgrade, there's one name drawing attention. Zachary Reimer from Bleacher Report pointed out that James Wood, the young star from the Washington Nationals, would be a perfect fit for Los Angeles. We're talking about a player who was an all-star last year and is considered one of baseball's top prospects. Wood finished the season hitting .256 with a .350 on-base percentage, .475 slugging, and 31 home runs. In the first half, he was absolutely on fire, hitting .278 with a .915 OPS. The second half wasn't as bright, but ESPN's Jeff Passan has already projected that this young man could land a $300 million contract in the future. Wood is under team control until 2030, which means years of stability in the outfield as we aim to build a true dynasty. The Nationals might be entering a rebuilding phase, and Wood could be the kind of player that brings back a valuable package in a trade. The Dodgers need to think long-term, and Wood represents exactly that. We're talking about a 24-year-old with massive room for growth, arriving just as some of our veteran stars begin to slow down. The competitive advantage here is obvious. While other teams will have to pay astronomical sums when Wood becomes a free agent, we could have him under control for the next 6 years. Maintaining our financial flexibility for other acquisitions, from a strategic standpoint, adding a young talent of this magnitude to the roster creates tactical options that our manager simply doesn't have right now. Would bring speed on the bases, something our current outfield lacks, and his ability to play all 3 outfield positions gives us versatility to rotate players and keep everyone fresh for October. And there's more. The Dodgers' competitive window isn't just about today or tomorrow, it's about the next decade. Wood fits perfectly into that long-term vision while keeping our current championship level intact. For Wood, wearing the Dodgers uniform would mean a major leap in his career. Moving from a rebuilding team to a championship machine completely changes a player's mindset. In Washington, he carried the weight of being the franchise's biggest hope. Here in Los Angeles, he'd share the spotlight with Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, and Shohei Ohtani, allowing his game to flow naturally without all that pressure. The Dodgers' winning culture is something you can't find just anywhere. Wood would have the chance to learn every day from proven champions, absorbing the experience of veterans who know exactly what it takes to win in October. That kind of baseball education is simply priceless. And, let's be honest, playing for a three-peat contender takes any athlete's motivation to another level. Wood has already shown he has plenty of individual talent, but imagine that talent being refined in an environment where excellence isn't just expected, it's demanded daily. He'd be entering a clubhouse built on a win-now mentality, which would accelerate his development in ways few teams in baseball could match. The bright lights of Los Angeles and the chance to make history, chasing a 3rd straight title, would transform Wood from a top prospect into a household name in the sport. Tactically speaking, Wood would fill specific gaps in our lineup. His mix of power and plate discipline would fit strategically in the batting order, probably in the 6th or 7th spot, protecting our main sluggers and forcing opposing pitchers to face back-to-back threats with no room to breathe. Defensively, Wood would give us mobility for in-game adjustments. If we need more range in center field at a given moment, he steps in. If we need a stronger arm in right field against aggressive baserunners, he shifts over. That flexibility is crucial in playoff series where every adjustment can decide a game. Wood's presence would also ease the workload on some of our veterans. Hernandez could get scheduled rest days without compromising our offense. Edman would have freedom to move between infield and outfield as needed. Pages could continue developing without the pressure of being irreplaceable. And here's something many don't consider. Would Wood add an element of unpredictability to our offense? Opposing teams study our tendencies, they know how to pitch to us. A dynamic new talent forces rival defensive coordinators to completely rethink their approach against the Dodgers, and that gives us an edge before the first pitch is even thrown. Having Wood on the roster would cement the Dodgers as the most feared franchise in baseball for years to come. We wouldn't just be building a team to win now, we'd be constructing an empire capable of dominating the league for an entire decade. The depth of our roster would become absurd. With talent at every position that would keep rival general managers up at night, the message to the rest of Major League Baseball would be clear and direct. The Dodgers aren't satisfied with 2 titles. This organization wants to set a standard of excellence that forces every other team to rethink how they build their rosters. When you add a talent like Wood to a lineup already stacked with all-stars, you're saying that mediocrity has no place here. So, what can we expect from the Dodgers with this addition? Get ready to see a team that doesn't just compete, it suffocates the competition, a lineup with no breathing room for opposing pitchers, where every inning represents a real threat. The blend of explosive youth and veteran experience would create the perfect balance between hunger for victory and championship wisdom. And for us fans, that means another season where we wake up every day knowing our team has a real shot, not just to reach the World Series, but to lift that trophy again. The three-peat wouldn't just be possible, it would be the natural expectation of a franchise that refuses to accept anything less than absolute greatness. Speaking realistically, this move represents a rare opportunity in modern baseball. Acquiring a 24-year-old player with $300 million potential, while he's still under team control, is the kind of transaction that defines the Rays. The Dodgers have the resources and trade pieces Washington would covet in a rebuild, making this deal more feasible than it might seem at first glance. Of course, there's always risk. Giving up valuable prospects brings uncertainty, and Wood's uneven second half in 2024 raises legitimate questions about consistency. But when you're the Dodgers sitting in a wide-open championship window with the infrastructure to develop talent, those risks become calculated and acceptable. The truth is, championship teams aren't built by waiting for perfection to fall from the sky. They identify opportunities and act decisively. Wood represents exactly the kind of bold move that separates good organizations from great dynasties. In the end, if this trade happens, we'll be witnessing another chapter in the boldness that has made this franchise synonymous with success. The Dodgers aren't just chasing a third straight championship, they're building a legacy that will be remembered for generations. Wood could be the piece that transforms a great team into something truly legendary. Stay tuned, because this offseason is far from over, and the Dodgers are just getting started showing their cards. Now, we want to hear from you. What do you think? Do you believe it's worth investing in James Wood right now? Or should the front office hold on to the prospects and look for other options in the market? Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's keep this conversation going about the future of our franchise. See you next time, Dodgers Nation.